Hey guys, it's Val Jones here with Val Jones Coaching, and I thought I would just talk a little bit today about waking up in the middle of the night and what is that all about? So, the interesting thing here is I hear from a lot of people that they wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. Not all the time, but once in a while. And it's frustrating, it's annoying, and they're struggling with feeling anxious and not sure why they're waking up at that time. So I thought I would share a few interesting things with you about why that might be happening and what you can do about it to actually get the most out of this opportunity, because it truly is an opportunity for you, and I'm going to explain why. So I used to wake up a lot in the middle of the night, but not so much anymore. Like maybe once every 3 weeks or so now, I'll wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning. And it's not like I've woken up because I had a bad dream or heard a noise. Like nothing's woken me up, but I am just like, bing, wide awake. And like, what the hell? Why am I awake? This is unusual, right? It's not like I have insomnia or struggle with sleep disorders or issues. That's something different. But it's just one of those things that happens now and then. And I was getting curious about why that was going on, because when I would wake up, I started to feel really anxious. I would just immediately have anxiety thoughts. And if you can relate, like, your mind is on overdrive, you're feeling anxious, you're wondering why you're awake. And normally what I used to do is I would play music or I'd play a sleep hypnosis tape and I would will myself to go back to sleep, right? Because I love sleep. So anyways, this happened to me last night. And that's why I'm sharing this with you now, because I had a revelatory experience that I want to share with you. And I also want to share what I've learned, because I'm really excited about this now. And it's totally changed my perspective. So I've heard before that, there is this magical time in the middle of the night. And if you wake up, you're super creative and, it's easier to get downloads and inspired ideas and to really take advantage of this. But I never felt like I wanted to do that. I really just wanted to go back to sleep. Like, it's okay, I'll get inspired another time. I love sleeping, so forget it. But this time, last night, I woke up at 3 a.m., wide awake for no reason, felt those anxious thoughts, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to explore this a little more because I got the time and I'm awake. So I decided to do a little research. And what I found was really interesting. So here's one thing that's pretty mind-blowing for me. If you think about going through your day, you're building momentum based on your thoughts, how you're feeling, your experiences, what's going right, what's not going right. You're building momentum towards your focus, right? And often we wake up in the morning and we're focused on what we need to do that day. We're focused on who we might be seeing, what our experiences might be, what we're maybe afraid of, or, we're already starting to generate momentum towards whatever's going on that day. And when you wake up in the middle of the night, there is no momentum. Your body has slowed down. Your subconscious mind has started to, show up, and your momentum has stilled, and you're at the most still place you will ever be in those 24 hours. And your nervous system is relaxed. So everything is calmed down. The other interesting thing is that everything else around you is calm too. For the most part, most people are sleeping, whether you live in an apartment building or a neighborhood or out in the country. Like, there's a different energy in the middle of the night, right? When you wake up and it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., is calm, it's peaceful, it's quiet, and there isn't the energy of other people's momentums in your space. You have this time where it's a lot more clear in the energy field. And this was really interesting to me, because when I read that, I was like, yeah, that's true. I do feel that more open channel. There's a more calm energy. So that's one thing that's really interesting. The other thing that's really interesting is a lot of creative people use this time of night to create. So Wayne Dyer, love his books. He famously wrote all his books at 3 a.m. He would wake up spontaneously and have his best focused, creative, inspired writing time at that time, 3 and 4 in the morning. A lot of writers have written bestsellers at that time. A lot of songwriters write songs and music at that time. So there is definitely a collective experience of more creativity, more inspiration, more divine downloads. So that was interesting to me too. And so I started to go, okay, so why don't I utilize this time and see what happens? And so I got up and I started to meditate. And within about 5 minutes, I started noticing shifts. I started noticing shifts in how I felt. And I started to get visualizations of things that I wanted to happen. But not only that, when I was meditating last night, I had a complete revelation of something that I had been struggling with for pretty much all of 2020. And even beyond that, something I'd been struggling with, wrestling with, I wasn't getting clear on. It became clear to me in a matter of 5 minutes. And I wrote it all down. And the next morning I was like, holy shit, what just happened? It felt like I had a huge shift in areas of my life that I'd felt stuck in. And I've been meditating regularly for a long time. And this was a really powerful meditation for me. Not only that, when I woke up, I got some news actually that certain things had happened that I was visualizing at 4 a.m. Things had been happening at that time that were lining up with what I was visualizing. So that blew me away. That blew my mind. And I was like, holy shit, I got to talk to you guys about this. So if you find that you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning, you're not sure why, it's not because of a sleep issue, it's not because of a nightmare, it's not because of whatever, but you're just like, bing, you're awake. This is an opportunity for you. And I'm exploring this more, and I'm excited to explore this more, and I'm excited for you to try it. If you're a creative, if you want more inspiration, if you want to manifest, I think this is a great opportunity that the universe gives us that we often don't take the universe up on. And I saw an analogy that I thought was great. It's kind of like the phone rings and you pick it up and it's the universe going, hey, want to hang out? And you're like, no, I'm good, click. That's kind of what it's like. And especially when the energy around you in your city, in your building, in your neighborhood, wherever is lower and there aren't a lot of other people's momentums in that energy field, it's a clearer channel and it's a more powerful channel. And I certainly experienced that last night. So if that's you and you're curious about it, I invite you to try this. When you're awake, get out of bed so that you're waking yourself up a little bit. Get your feet on the floor, ground yourself, and then meditate and just start opening up and listening. Maybe you have a question you want to ask the universe. Maybe you have something you've been wanting to manifest and you want to visualize that happening and start generating the feelings of it already being done. Because as you know, maybe or maybe not, when you create a desire and you put it out to the universe, God, whoever you want to call it, it's already done. And now it's just bringing it into your physical reality. And for me, last night, I think it happened while I was visualizing, which is just insane to me and so exciting. So try it. Next time you're up in the middle of the night, try this. Get up, sit somewhere, feet on the floor, palms up, close your eyes, and just take 10, 15 minutes and meditate. Focus on something you desire, something you're wanting to manifest. Ask a question and then write down whatever thoughts come up, whatever feelings come up, whatever images you might have, whatever inspiration, just write it all down and then go back to bed. But the next day, take it out and see what's there. And you might be surprised. I certainly was. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think this is fun to play with the universe and experiment and try new things. That's my new thing. And tell me in the comments if this relates to you. If you find yourself waking up like that randomly between 3 and 5 a.m., let me know. I'm curious to know if that's something you've experienced. And also, if you've tried this or you will try it, tell me what happens for you, because I would love to know. So let me know in the comments, and have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.